Yes, but we're FJTV, so obviously still alive. As much as obviously in the grand scheme of things, having almost 2 weeks off from making any sort of content doesn't really matter too much, but obviously the content I was making, I was saying discipline December. And first and foremost, I feel like, firstly, I've let myself down in terms of not making the content, whether it's YouTube or Instagram, which I mentioned in the last video I done, saying I know I need to keep that, even though it's kind of like my matrix real world, bridging the gap, like I said, with the fitness journeys. And obviously it's promoting my own brand, which is my day-to-day sort of PT and whatnot business, if you can even call it that. Obviously I mentioned the night shifts, which I can't lie, I've been grafting. Like that week that I made that video, which was the 6th of December, which is the Wednesday. Today's a Tuesday on the 19th. Obviously you can see from the day this is uploaded, because I'm going to upload it the second I stop recording. But almost 2 weeks, and obviously in the past 2 weeks I've done 5 days on the night shift, so Wednesday to Sunday that week, and then last week, which I know is like 5 days. It's the same as working a fucking 9 to 5, ain't it, bro? Monday to Friday, but obviously mine's Wednesday to Sunday, 10 p.m, 7 a.m. Is what it is, bro. Without getting too deep on that, I think I touched on in the fact of my last video, and the one where I'm saying night shifts, where I'm saying it's like, of course, they'd put me on the section called BWS, aka beers, wines and spirits. Of course, it's one man up most shifts, just fucking big dog over here with a shit ton of fucking stocked up out. Of course, it's going to be all fucking heavy lifting, you know what I mean? I'm seeing motherfuckers on the crisp aisle with these boxes that weigh about like a box of feathers. But, like I said, like, let me not moan, put that to one side. It is what it is. This is what, again, I remind myself is, this is what happens, bro. I didn't stick on my practices. 2022, let myself down then. And 2023 was, like I said, was trying to rectify the mistakes, and like I'm trying to crawl back up the mountain after sliding back down, or whatever analogy I need to use. Same one, 2 minutes in. I don't want to drag this one. I just wanted to get a quick update to sort of break the cycle of not making a video. About to go to the gym, as it's probably kind of obvious the way I'm dressed. As I said, man, let myself down, not making the content, that was one thing. But because I was doing the night shifts, it was affecting sort of my sleep cycle, because I was still trying to get into a routine and sleeping properly, but then my diet was slipping, because ironically I was working in a supermarket, but when I'd finished my shift I'd be like, forget doing a weekly shot, let me just grab like bread and water and shit and then just dip off, because I couldn't be asked to do it. So then I was kind of surviving off whatever food I was having, whether it was on shift or if I went to my dad's, my stepmom had cooked and I was getting an actual proper meal. So again, let myself slip with the diet, with the gym. Like I was saying, there was days when I was just catching up on sleep, and you get to late in the evening and I thought to myself, well, wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to go and train, because then I am really on a night shift sort of schedule. Then there was days where, like I said, it was just outright laziness, no other excuse. So like I said, having said all of that, letting myself down, but I feel like I'd let the team down. When I say the team, I mean FJTV. Each and every single one of you are the 47 subscribers I've got at the minute. And I like to think it's 47 actual individuals. I know some people, when they've got millions of subscribers, some of them are going to be bots or people with multiple accounts, or like some people pay for subscribers, which is something that I never obviously do. But as I said, I like to think it's 47 individuals. I'm assuming an all-male audience, but who knows, maybe there's one or two gal in there, but you know what I mean. But like I said, for the brothers, and as I said, sisters, hypothetically, not hypothetically, potentially, it's probably the right word. And that's almost 4 minutes, like I said, bro. I'll try and keep this one at 10 minutes maybe. Don't know what that noise is. But as I said, letting myself down, but it was kind of funny because on the shift just gone, on the Sunday night shift finishing Monday morning, as I was saying to myself, I've let myself sleep a couple of weeks, whatever, but we're back on it this week coming. I've only got 4 shifts left of my contract, because it was a part-time contract anyway. I was only meant to be on Wednesdays and Thursdays anyway. Again, this is random little context, but fuck it, it's my YouTube channel, I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want. I was only meant to be on 2 days a week, bruv. Quick little jug, quick little bit of money. The little matrix pennies that they give you. Like I said, bruv, because it is what it is. You already know, I've said it a few times this channel, so I'm just going to keep it moving. But they was asking me to do overtime, and I know that would help my chances with the potential of getting an actual contract after that, even though I want to keep it part-time, because like I said, I don't want it to, as it has been, affecting everything else in my life. Like I say, gym, sleep, nutrition, all of that, just routine and life in general, not making the content. So I don't want to end up being offered like a full-time position and then I take it something, yeah, the money. And then my old mentality, like I said, when I was a wage slave back in the day, which was the only reason for the full 2022 year I was able to just live off my savings and investments I'd made. Because I've been a wage slave for so long, yeah. And like I said, anytime they said, can you do it yet? Can you do it yet? Can you do that yet? And just taking all the shifts because I was just eating money. Which is the reason why back in the day, like I said, my gym training wasn't where it needed to be, my nutrition wasn't where it needed to be. I hadn't even thought about doing YouTube or any sort of content. So again, as I said, that's 5 minutes gone. It just waffle. But on that last shift on Sunday, just gone. Of course, I was laughing to myself. I got into a conversation with someone I was working with, one of the colleagues, that initially, my initial reaction was, this geezer seems like a bit of a prat. But as I said, bro, I do my best not to really judge people. I like to allow myself and allow them, in my own mind, the opportunity that we can have a proper conversation before I really do judge someone. And then, like I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve, so it is what it is. I'm not going to be rude to someone for no reason because, like I said, I'm a man at the end of the day. I've got respect for myself and others. But having said that, this is the same reason why, you get the impressions of people. But it's funny because as a man's talking, and quick little anecdote and tangent before I even, finish that one. When I could hear in someone else's conversation when they talked about like the gym and, oh, look at my money, oh, you're getting into it now, eating I think he had like chicken and rice or something, standing and saying, yeah, I'm starting the training. And it's weird because my ego was pinging off because I'm like, I'm a PT, bruv, and I do this gym thing. Although ironically everyone's kind of cottoned on there that, like I said, big man doing all this fucking heavy lifting. But having the conversation with people, I just said, yeah, I do like to enjoy the training. I've been slipping because I've been doing this night shifts, blah, blah, blah. I've been a PT before, blah, blah, blah. Said about the kickboxing. And it's kind of funny because when you say to some people, their eyes light up a little bit sometimes, whether they're going to be like, oh, yeah, I've done that in the past. Or whether they're kind of like, oh, yeah, you kind of have that sort of aura about you or whatever, which someone said to me. Which again is something that I say is kind of linked with the simmer retention because you do just have that general, as I say, aura, bruv, it kind of radiates out you. And like I said, the way you carry yourself, bruv. And I'm one of them, like I said, it's at this big age, bruv, at 26, man. I've been around the block, do you know what I mean? I try not to big myself up too much, put myself on a pedestal, but when I do sit there and sort of almost dissect myself from, third party's view, it's like, and from being a PT and all my experience, I am a good communicator and I can kind of see how different individuals the way they come across and you can like their personality and shit the same way I can have a conversation with anyone. But to just finish that story, like I said, on my last shift, got into like a deep conversation with this lad that initially I thought seems a bit of a prat, but when he was talking about, yeah, I've been getting into like the meditation and stuff and that, and I was just like, yeah. And then we just started having that conversation about like, I sort of briefly touched on being in a simulation, but he was just saying it from the point of, I just think humans are capable of anything and, with like being able to heal your body, and if I had like an illness, I wouldn't try and heal it with Western medicine and da-da. And we're just kind of going, and I was allowing him to sort of speak, and naturally the way my brain started going, I thought, as I'm recording this video, it's like everything I've been saying it just proves the universe just a mirror holding it up to yourself. And it's, as I said, bro, there's people in the job where when another person I was talking to, he's like, how old are you, bro? And I'm like, 26. Because in my mind, and as I've said on this channel, that feels fucking old. But a man's like, yeah, I'm 39. And he was on about it, and I can't remember, he said something about like girls and women and whatnot. And because that was it, he was like, you got a missus? I was like, nah, I've been single for a minute. He's like, yeah, same, bro, I'm just trying to focus on myself and that. And in my head, I was thinking, I'll support anyone doing anything that they're doing in their own life, like live your movie, innit? But when he's saying about sort of like focusing on himself, he didn't say self-improvement, but so I'm focusing on myself, just trying to better myself and get my money and whatever. And I was like, yeah, man, power to you. But like I said, it resonated on the fact that, like I'm saying, I'm doing it now. You know what I mean? I'm not going to wait till it's like in your 30s or something my boy said to me, saying that, you don't want to end up being that geezer that's like in a miserable marriage, and you sort of, you know what I mean, looking at these other young lads thinking, oh, if only I was young again. You know what I mean? So again, pure waffle, and that's nearly 10 minutes, just kind of like a quick update, like, yo, I'm still alive sort of thing. More for myself to, like I said, break that habit. But quick little thing I wanted to wrap the video up with as I'm hitting the 10-minute mark, so I'm trying to drag it on. He says, like I always say, just with the training. So as I've not been doing the weights as much, even though I'm going to go and do like sort of a push session, so like shoulders, chest, bit of arms, but been doing more of the kickboxing training. And ironically, one of my close boys who I chat to every day, I have no idea what that is, but he was saying, because I mentioned the kickboxing, he was like, yeah, when are we going to do a kickboxing type session? And I was like, yeah. I was like, you think you're ready for that? Obviously bantering as we do. But he was like, yeah, man, train me, sort of thing, as in like, you know, because just, again, anecdotally, sometimes we train legs together, sometimes we train in the gym together. We've been doing it a few times since I moved over here. But his thing with the fight training is like, nah, go on, like, as much as he chats shit and we banter and whatnot, and you have all the sort of typical lads banter of like, nah, but if we had a fight, bro. But him knowing I've done the Muay Thai, knowing about the karate, knowing about just, like I said, I'm a real life martial artist, like I really do this, bro. And like I've said on this channel too many times, not too many times, I've said on this channel loads, too many times in my life, I walked away from that path, but the universe is a way of course correcting you, as I said, holding a mirror to you. And almost I like to think of it, my higher self guiding me and pushing me in the right direction. And like I said, bruv, warrior in a garden, I really do this, bruv, for no other reason than I awakened my consciousness to the truth of reality, that I'm in a matrix simulation and none of this is fucking real, bruv, yeah. So of course, with this immortal soul, I've been a warrior in millions of past lives, in however many of my ancestral fucking experiences through this specific POV. Sorry, not this specific POV, from this human level POV, yeah. And of course I got to embody it in this lifetime, which is hence why it all goes hand in hand with the YouTube, pushing that message that, like I said, bruv, I'm not the first one saying it and I won't be the fucking last, but really embody this masculine principles. Like I say, the semen retention and the no-fap is bare minimum fundamentals, bro, because that's just going to project you forward in everything you do. Of course, it's fitness journeys, because on this journey of life, you got to have that physical fitness as a man. Because, bro, you don't know what adversity is going to come your way. It doesn't even have to be deep on the level of, like, war and shit like that. But to finish that point, so I know I'm dragging this one on as I do. And boys like, yeah, train me, so we're doing the session. Straight away, bro, man's messaging me in the evening saying, I've just been shadowboxing all night, bro. It's like, I get why you fucking love this shit, bro. It's like, you got me watching fucking Muay Thai, YouTube compilations, shit like that. And I was like, bro, do you get what I'm saying? When I'm like, bro, I know I need to get back into this shit, like, as much as I love the bodybuilding. And then, so we've done a couple of sessions where, like I said, I'm holding pads, I'm getting him do stuff on the bag. And it just reminded me, so when I'm sat there and doing the self-reflection like you do, and like the meditation, whatever, and it's just like, of course this would end up happening, that someone that I get along with and I'm thinking, okay, I'm talking to this person, I'm around this person a lot, I consider him a brother, but I've got one eye on something, and then next thing you know, lo and behold, he's like, yeah, like, oh, we should fight like a proper fight, Jim, and da-da-da. I'm like, brother, I've been saying this, and I said I needed to do that since moving over here, but I've dragged this one on. I'll leave the video there because I do need to go to the gym, because like I said, it's still my Highlander plan, it's still warrior in a garden, but I know I need to bridge the gap, and I still need to have the balance with the weight training and whatnot. So of course I'm going to be in the gym and I'll probably hear someone on the bag and I'm going to be like, I'm fucking doing that right now. But like I said, man, balance, it's all key. But yeah, quick update. I know I've let the team down a little bit with the content, but I myself, diet, food, blah blah blah, as I mentioned, but it's all good and it is what it is. And yeah, like I said, above all, we stay war ready, because even after a fucking night shift and I'm tired and I've had a shit diet and I've not been training, like I always say, let the hordes of Babylon come marching, bro. I'm there with my sword and my shield, ready to go, ready to actually go, bro, because like I say, man, immortal soul, let them kill this body. And a million bodies, a million lifetimes. There's just another one in this grand cosmic dance that we're all doing, yeah. So like I always say, man, stabs down your purpose, let's fucking go.